Hi, welcome to the stream. It's been a while, but I'm back. Hello. Gonna be working on some feet. Yeah. Been working on them for the past week, and they're looking pretty good. A little scruffy, but I still gotta do a bunch of work on them. Specifically, I'm going to be sewing this bottom part to the rest of the foot. Gotta sew that together all around the edge, so it's gonna take a little while, unfortunately. But I gotta get started. Beans. See if we can get a good angle on this. Oops. If anyone has any ideas for my 10K special, please be sure to let me know. I'm coming up on that, and I still don't know what to do. Oh, hold on one sec. Sorry about that. I could do that. The problem is I don't have any friends in person who'd want to do that with me. None of them are furries. But that's okay. One idea was to do, like baking in Fursuit, since I haven't done that. I do like to bake. I don't know. Let's see here. I'd love to answer any fursuit making questions, if anybody has them. It's kind of an awkward angle. I apologize. It is hard to make a fursuit. It needs, you gotta have a lot of different skills, and you have to really know how to do, you gotta know what you're doing. I had to do tons of research, tons of it, really. Almost to the point where, like, I have a hard time finding stuff that's new to me. Just because I've consumed so much information on it. But, like, making realistic suits, I definitely learn stuff. But I'm not making realistic suits. Oh yeah, these feet are huge. They're so big. Good stompers. That's for sure. Put lots of work into these bad boys. And lots more to come, unfortunately. But it's gonna be worth it. It was interesting to me how challenging making these feet were. And, like, I'm really just surprised how much work you have to put into these feet. Like, not quite as much as a head, but maybe, like, half the work of a head. Like, it's a lot. I'm really surprised. Fun fact about Axel's profile picture, I made it. That's like my one flex for the day. Oh, yes. The boy, where is he? There's the brat. There he is. Say hi. He's normally quite chatty. But not right now. Because he's just chewing on the cage like a weirdo. I don't really do art commissions. But I have done fursuit commissions in the past. And I am hoping to open them up soon. My goal was to have them open, like, really soon, but it doesn't look like that's gonna happen very soon. Because this bodysuit is taking a little bit longer than expected, unfortunately. But we'll get there. Toki took, like 4 months to make. It was a while. I can see very well through this, actually. It's like wearing sunglasses. It's tinted. I can see all through here. It's really good. It's better than my Fursuit vision. However, the ventilation is not as good. I have like a tiny vent that's right here. And I have this whole open space here where my neck is that I can breathe out of. And I think there's also some holes in here for some reason. But it does get kind of hot. I am not a Therian. That's not something I've been interested in. I don't know what I'm going to do with face reveal. I kept saying I was going to do it at 10K, but that's pretty close, and I don't think I'm ready for that. So maybe 20 or 50K. I don't even know if we'll get there. And if we do, it's not going to be soon. I got this on Etsy. Yeah, you can just find these on Etsy. You can find them on Amazon. You can probably find them on eBay. What's the question? So, hand paws, I'd say hand paws maybe take like a week to make. But feet, on the other hand, honestly, I'm gonna say probably like a month. Cause these are thick. You gotta, like, sculpt the foam underneath. You gotta line it. Well, you don't have to, but I want to line it. And then furring it. And of course, I wanted to do resin claws. I did it, but it was very difficult, and I kind of wish I hadn't for my own sake. I've found that resin parts are very difficult to work with because I don't have that much experience with them. I got them from Dream Vision Creations. I've gotten a couple, like, multiple things from them, and I've noticed that they're just hard to work with, and I don't think I'm gonna be buying from them anytime soon, just because I feel like I make more mistakes when I use them, and that makes it lower quality, and I just want more experience before using them again, if that makes sense. Improve your fursuit or your persona if you want to, and if you are financially stable enough to do so. But if you want to do that, go ahead. This mask, was about $180. I got it, like, half off, so it would have been closer to $300 or $400. I don't know why it's that, I don't know why it's that expensive. The Etsy, the place I got it from said it was handmade, but I don't think it is, because you can get them in so many places on the internet. Like, I don't know. But it's not really for me to say. That's just my opinion. But is buying feet better than making feet? That depends on your skill level. If, like, you're brand new to fursuit making, give it a go. But if you want something that's really gonna, like, I don't know, last, or that you're really gonna be happy with, I'd just buy it. This is the second time I've made feet. Feet are hard. Because, like, you gotta make it in the way that it's gonna be easy enough to walk in, because if not, then that's just gonna be an annoyance, really. Have I made a realistic suit before? No. I don't have, like, plans to make one, but I'd like to someday. I think that'd be cool. The only thing I'd have to say is, I don't want to get an airbrush, they're so expensive. It's really ridiculous. Yes, I did make Axel's profile picture. This suit is for them. My most favorite fursuit I've made, I'm gonna say Axel. I really like their fursuit. Especially the head. I put so much work into that head, and it looks stunning. And I'm very happy that it found a loving home. This is specifically the dragon dog pre-made. I made in, like, the fall, if anyone here remembers that. It's been a little while, but we're getting there. The feet are the first step of the bodysuit, and then, well, then there's the bodysuit. I already made the padding and everything, and I'm learning quite a bit. Like, maybe I shouldn't use resin anymore. Even though I hate making claws, they're so annoying, and they're so easy to, like, get up or mess up, and then you gotta make them again. Which isn't difficult or time consuming, it's just annoying. It really is. Here's my brush. do I have any tips on making a digisuit? I'm working on my first one, so not really. I just say put like the knee of the padding and like align it to the wearer's knee so that when they like walk and bend their legs, it looks natural-ish, or like as natural as you can get it. Because if the padding knee is down here and the client's knee is here, then it's just gonna look like they're breaking their legs, and you don't want that. That's a little awkward. But just try your best. Do I have any dino masks? That are mine. I have one. It was my first fursuit. I don't use them anymore. They are very uncomfortable. They do not fit me. It is horrible to wear them. I think I showed them in 1 or 2 videos. Yeah. It was not pleasant. But I have made a couple more dino masks. Like, here's one. It's just been sitting here on this table because no one wants to buy it, unfortunately. When I do open up for commissions, I will take full suit commissions. I don't know exactly how much the starting price is gonna be, but assume 5 to 6,000 minimum. If your character is really complicated, and then it's gonna go up. Like Axel here, Axel's is pretty complicated, so. Yeah, full suits they're not cheap. You definitely need to be financially stable enough to have one. It's an investment, it really is. I will not say how much I'm charging Axel. Only Axel can say. That's their business, not mine. Bird noises. Oh wow, I'm subbing very slowly. Okay. Oh boy, okay. Great, okay. Thank you, I appreciate it. One moment, I might have to redo this bit. This is annoying. Okay. I have been distracted and I did not do this right. Hold on. Yeah, I gotta redo this. It's okay. Not a big of a deal. The most expensive fursuit is going to be Axel. Especially because it's a full suit. I have an English budgie. His name is Reed. He's very stinky. Yes, it is still, for sale. Yes, unfortunately, it has not found a home yet. Even after it's been on sale for quite some time now. I know it's expensive, but I put a lot of work into that, and you're not gonna find other dino masks that are like that. I can't remember the exact price off the top of my head, but I think it's close to 900 USD right now. Yeah. I think I missed something. I made my first suit in, gosh, it was either 2020 or 2021. I think it was 2020. What the? I appreciate the support. Thank you. I enjoy sewing, but I don't enjoy this annoying bit of sewing. Especially when sewing fur, when you can't see where your stitches are and you're trying to pull them out. My age I will not reveal, but I've been doing this for, I think, 2.5, maybe 3 years now. Age really doesn't matter. It just depends on how long you've been doing it and how well you understand it and how patient you are and all that stuff. And I know that sounds like super boring, but it's true. It's Meeks. You've joined the Dixie Army. Oh, no, I'm a student, that much I will say, so this is not, like, my profession. It'd be cool if it was, but I don't make enough money for that. I don't make as much money as some people think. No, this is, the mask is like wearing sunglasses or like a tinted car window. It's very easy to see out of. Jeez, what Yes, I am making Axel's feet. Wow, that was a mess. I was doing the ladder stitch and I forgot to pull my stitches because I was distracted. Haha. Oh, the claws were such a pain. It took me 3 hours to do yesterday. And probably like a half an hour to do today. I kept having to reposition them. it's difficult because I secured them on so well, and I had to like heat the hot glue up with the hot glue gun to get it out. And honestly, I'm not entirely satisfied with Tyler Claw's look, but I think that's just because of how scruffy the toe beans, not the toe beans, the toes themselves are, which will be fixed later with a razor when I shave it. I appreciate the support, thank you. YouTube shows, not that I really love, I used to watch My Pride while it was still airing. I don't know if anyone remembers that. I was really bummed it didn't get a second season, but I know the creator had personal issues and couldn't continue with it. No, this is not a protogen mask. It's a very common mistake. This character is just an alien cyborg, which is like a protogen. But this doesn't follow the official species guidelines of protogens, so it can't be classified as one. It's a very common mistake. I get that a lot. But in all honesty, this is just a cyberpunk mask that I kind of made into my own thing. Later down the line, I'm gonna try to turn it into a fursuit. I have a whole character ref sheet and everything. Yes, the stinker is back there in his cage. Not nose, don't worry. He has a good big flight cage. Those are just his travel cages. But they're so big, that's the only place they'll fit. My bird is a little hooligan. I call him a gangster, but hooligan is also very accurate. A very good tool. Brush your fursuits. What's going on in the chat? Ah, now I see. It's okay, just leave them alone. We can ignore them together. Kelso's choices, guys. You gotta follow them. Don't want the big frog to be disappointed in ya. Does anyone remember Kelso's choices? Those were the good days. It's blurry. Oh, that might be my internet. I apologize for that. Well, thank you. Bing. Oh, paws are so hard. Oh. Fursuit making takes me so long. I don't know how people who can do it fast. I really don't. Some people can knock a partial out in like a week. It takes me like 4 months. How much does a fursuit cost to make? The materials for like a partial usually cost me around $400 to $500. For a fursuit or a full suit, sorry, it's gonna be around $700. But if you're just doing a head, then it might be like $200. I think it might have been $200 for Toki because I already had a bunch of stuff laying around. Beans. Da foot. Ah. Very big foot. Like bigger than my face. Yes, this is for the dino dog, now named Axel. And here are the two fursuits in the background. That one is mine. This one is for sale. Please go buy it. Oh, yeah, Axel, your head is in the other room. Very safe, don't worry. But I don't have room for it in here. Believe me. I only have so many mannequins. That one is for this. And I don't... That guy's head is huge. It wouldn't fit on Axel. I'm missing stuff. Oh, thank you. Thank you. I have worked very hard on all of my fursuits, except for this one which I bought, and technically isn't really a fursuit yet. Just a cyberpunk mask. Hold on, I need a drink. on. I gotta take this off. Okay. Sorry about that. One fursuit head usually will cost around $100 to $150. But of course, that depends on the complexity. Like if you're making it yourself and you have a character who has like a very small blue marking, kind of like these, and maybe you don't have, maybe the fur color is like really rare and you can only get, or the minimum you can get is like a yard or two, then that's going to cost more than if it's like two colors, like black and white or something very simple and basic like that. But I found a way around that. Some places on Etsy will just sell you like fat quarters, which is, it's like that much, maybe a bit more. So you don't have to spend quite as much money. But now I'm rambling about fur. The claws are made of resin, actually. I'm glad you like Axel's head. I worked really hard on it. I might need to focus for a couple minutes, because this is where I kind of screwed up last. Okay. Maybe we're not past that point yet, but getting there. These toes are humongous. They're like the size of my fist, if not bigger. I hope you get better, Leo. You and your boyfriend. I got this good at making fursuits with lots of practice. Oh boy, okay. Okay, well, they're gone, I think. Don't listen to them. They don't mean it. thank you. I actually used Nefertiti's pattern, which has been very helpful for me because I would be struggling way more if I hadn't. Especially since I can't really draw beans. Makes it kind of difficult to make beans. But yes, this is the suit I use in most of my videos. I did make him. I think he was like my 5th fursuit. A lot of work went into it. It was a really big learning curve for me because I was kind of trying to figure out how I wanted to do things style-wise. I think the head base was probably one of the most challenging things. Or, well, I don't know, it was a whole engineering project. The blue thing on top of the feet. Let me see. Are you talking about this blue thing? This blue thing? Or these? Or this blue thing, the fur? There's 3 small blue things on this massive foot. But I will answer all of them. The Feetpaws are made of vinyl, so that they're very sturdy, since they're indoor Feetpaws, and they gotta protect the beans. They're gonna be stronger than like minky or fleece. Gotta have nice and sturdy. The claws are resin, and the fur is, well, fur. Hold on a sec. Yeah, people will sometimes just be mean for no reason. Just ignore them. They really don't mean it. And it doesn't always feel that way, but it's complicated. I'm not great at advice, I apologize. Okay. Let's see. This is going to take me like 2.5 hours. Yay! It's already taken me 45 minutes. Scratch that, it's going to take me 3.5 hours. back there? Goofy bird? I'd love to answer any more fursuit making questions anyone has. We just got out of the difficult area between the toes, I think. Yeah. Oh boy, was that annoying. Little bird. Just watch, he's gonna be annoying in a minute. And there we go. Where did everybody go? Well, hopefully these feet should be close to being finished in the next couple of days. Not completely though, since I'm going to add zippers on the end here so they can zip onto the bodysuit. But I have to make the bodysuit first, which I have not done at all. It's still just pieces of duct tape right now. But the feet came first, and yeah, he's still on that. This fursuit belongs to Axel. They were in the chat a little while ago. There they are. How difficult was it going from dino masks to normal foam masks? Well, my first fursuit was a dino mask, and my second, was a foam mask. So it wasn't too difficult. But most of my knowledge of fursuits was foam fursuits. the only tutorial I was really using on dino masks, there were only like 3, maybe 4 that I was using. So I didn't have as much knowledge, but they were pretty simple. But it was definitely a lot more work. Because you gotta carve the foam base, and you have to fur the face. You gotta sew the face, which took me forever because I hand sew my faces. But really, I hand sew most of the fur on heads. If not all of it. Just so the seams stay a little bit more hidden. My first fursuit was a dino mask. Vex, my persona. You can find them in a couple of my videos. Not many. The 100 subscriber special, the Q&A. It's a full-length video. You can go and see that. You're actually in the thumbnail. I worked hard on that video and no one saw it, so I kind of gave up on full-length videos. But maybe it would be different now that I have more subscribers, but I don't know. Because my audience is here for the shorts, so I gotta make the shorts. Ooh, another thing that was different from dino masks to foam masks were or dino masks to foam fursuit heads. Shaving. Shaving is actually really hard, and I am not perfect at it. There will be mistakes. I do my absolute best, and I take my time. It will take me a couple of hours. Sometimes, no, not a couple of hours. It'll take me like an hour and a half, maybe, to shave something if I'm being really thorough and trying to do my absolute very best. And there are some mistakes, but it's just how it goes. It's really hard. Especially on a head, because there are so many curves, and there are only so many ways, like, the razor can, like, what was that? There are only so many ways that the razor can cut things. It's a challenge, it really is. And so my first shave job on my first fursuit was very choppy and very not good. And it shows, it really does. And they are ugly, and I don't show them. Little bird, what are you doing over there, Goofy? He's fine. Excellent question. I do that. I do shave it beforehand. But it's... I don't know how to describe it exactly. I do a pre-shave, but sometimes it doesn't completely evenly coat the entire surface. Because, like, for a fursuit head, for example, you need a lot of fur for that. And you have to shave, like, a big area. And it's hard to get it, all even from one side to the other. I do that, but then, then it's just too long in some spots. And it's like, well, what do I do? And then, oh, I made this part too short. I guess the whole thing has to be that length now. It's annoying. But I have gotten better, I will say that. How hot do fursuits get? Well, I don't have a temperature for you, but depending on the fursuit and your body, it will it can get very, very hot. I have not gotten that hot, because I only partial. I don't have a full suit, and my body is not acclimated to those heats. But I can imagine. I have gotten quite hot, just partially. Especially if you're wearing it for a long time and you're outdoors and running around. Like when I made Toki 2.0's reveal video, well, I was filming that with my friend. It was the summer, we were running around in fursuit. I was in fursuit for maybe like an hour and a half. It was hot. I like chugged a bottle of water. But there are many things that you can do to reduce heat. Some of which are your fursuit and how it's built, the ventilation. You can get fans in there. Some people like to put extra ventilation holes in the ears. And you can also get these like cold vests. They basically have these like little gel packs that you can freeze. I know for a fact that Minty Chipmilka, I'm sure many of you are familiar with her, use those. So you can buy like little tiny fans like this that you can like glue or Velcro into a muzzle, and they're just powered by like a little battery pack or like a rechargeable little thing that you like plug in with a USB. The same kind of thing that you would use to charge your phone. I've never used one of those. I've kind of stayed away from electronics. But recently I've done some electronic works with a different project, not a fursuit. Like real electrical engineering. So I think I can do LEDs now. Oh, but it's hard. I became a furry in I think 2020. The only thing that makes you a furry is liking anthropomorphic animals, or animals with human-like characteristics, such as walking or talking or wearing clothes. For example, Zootopia, Disney's Robin Hood, Sing. Or I don't know. I know a ton of people who are obsessed with like Balto and the Lion King. For me, it was Alpha and Omega. It was a terrible movie. Don't watch it. But I think the real thing that made me a furry, wild crats. And I can go on and on about them, but I will spare you. No, my needle! One moment, I dropped the needle. This is bad. This is bad. Oh, I found it. That's good. Oh yeah, The Bad Guys is another one. I can't believe I forgot that. I really like that movie. It was cool. Yeah, don't let the anti-furries get to you. They're just hiding through a screen. They can't get to you, really. Just ignore them. Bird. What are you doing over there? Let's go see if he wants to say hello. Who wants to say hello to the bird? Say hi. He's freaking out because of the mask. I'll give you a little bit more space, honey. You tired? You want to sit on my shoulder? No, not with this mask on. Nope. And you're on the table. Okay. Watch as he throws my phone off of the table. It will happen. Just give him a moment. Stinker, what are you doing? Ooh, the wings. That's a good question. I think it took me about a month to make the wings. They were tricky. They were really tricky. I got them in the end, though. Oh, I don't think I told you this. I replaced the straps, so they fit you now. Yay, you don't have to adjust them every time. That bit only took me a day. Which is a relief, because I was procrastinating doing that. Oh, so now you want to talk, you little brat. I started making wings for another suit that I made a year prior to Axel. And I started making the wings for them, and I'm like, wait, how do I make the straps fit people? Because I don't know their measurements. So I'm like, oh, well, I guess I'm giving up then. But I figured it out with Axel's wings when I had them as a pre-made. And it was so hard to figure out, and even still, it wasn't really that great. And they were so annoying to adjust. And I'm like, no one should deal with this. I gotta fix it. So I don't like making wings anymore. They are a pain. Bird. Aren't you a chatterbox? Yes, you are. Bird. You better not start throwing stuff off the table. I was gonna throw my tape off. And then the lint roller, and then the pliers, and then the stick, and then the cling wrap. That I should probably return to the kitchen, but oh well. You're gonna poop on the floor. Yes, you are. Look at that big forehead of yours. The forehead that matches the color of the toes. Oh, goofball. His head is a bright fluorescent yellow, and I love him dearly. And he talks as if his opinions are the most important in the world. He's a brat, but he's my brat. Did you just poop? Little bird. Alexa, tell me a joke.
Did you hear about the family that went on safari? They saw a giraffe and a meerkat, and that's the long and the short of it.
Let me try to recall that joke. Did you hear about the family that went on a safari? They saw a giraffe and a meerkat, and that was the tall and short of it. Alexa needs to tell better jokes. I mean, really, the programmers gotta step up their game. Thank you. I really do my very best to make everything I make as good as possible. Because I want to improve, and I want to improve quickly. I've seen many makers who have improved very slowly over the years. And I want to be speedy. Stinky little bird. He's so content, just sitting there. He's not even doing anything. Look, he shed a little feather. His feathers are very cute. Just like his little face. This was an exaggeration. I don't do that, I promise. Oh, little bird. Little floof. Sometimes I wonder about my past clients and how they're enjoying their fursuits that I've made for them. I didn't have Instagram back then. I do now. I have Instagram now. So I could follow my clients and see if they're enjoying their suits. But I didn't, so I don't have their socials. Which is sad because I don't get to see my creations being enjoyed. Thank you for the cookie. It's very generous of you. Isn't that right, you little brat? Look at you little toes. Your nails that need to be trimmed. The bird is like a foot behind the phone. Let me see if I can snatch him. No, he doesn't want to come. He's right there. Oh, big stretch. I apologize that you can't see him. He's being very cute. I admire him very much. I make everybody who comes into my room to visit him, they must compliment him. Because he deserves it. Unless he's being a brat. Isn't that right? You're a brat. Yes, here's a yellow and green little bird. With blue little accents. He's a very talkative one. Like, really talkative. It's very cute, but sometimes it gets annoying. Like, or no, I don't mind it, because he's been pretty quiet today. But if he was screaming, then I might have a headache. Honestly, I might just leave the room at that point. Stop messing with my stuff. It's not yours. Oh, bird. The chat is cool. You guys are being quiet. Quite chatty earlier. Now look who's being chatty. Little bird. Well, birds are not nocturnal, and they actually sleep at night. So he sleeps too, so it's not so bad. But when I first got him and he was still adjusting, he was very loud. But that's okay, because that was like a year ago. Yes, Toki does look like taxidermy. Especially... Oh, I can't reach it. There's a plaque there that says Toki. His name. I do not know why my bird sounds like a ukulele, but maybe you could remix his squeaks and make like a song or something. I don't know. That'd be funny. You'd probably have to record a long time to get all the different notes. But yet again, I don't know anything about music. But he does say all sorts of weird things. Unlike my chickens, who know like 2 different things to say. Or well, they make curious sounds. They make sounds when they need to lay eggs. Sounds when they have laid their eggs. And sounds when they're being pecked. That's about it. But Reed here has a very complex dialect. I don't understand a word he says. Well, that's not true. I understand some of it. But that's mostly just body language. Like right now, he's pretty happy. Not super excited, but still content. My thing just fell. My thread. I need that to sew. No, no. Whatever. Go do your hygiene. It's important. I wish this wasn't so time-consuming. If you have an Instagram, that would also work. I know videos can sometimes be intimidating. Little bird, stop that. Ah, little bird. Don't make excuses. Little brat. A chunk. The small fluke has been removed. Oh my goodness, you are having a mini molt, aren't you? Look at all the feathers. Oh my goodness. We're so stinky. Right. Back to fursuit making. You see, if I sell my soul, maybe it will go faster. More feathers. Oh, cute stretch. More little feathers. Yay. Oi, stop that. Do-do-do. You know, one of the annoying things about fursuit making is if you get your materials and you're making whatever you're making, and then you run out of that material and you're not done with it. For example, I was doing a satin stitch around the beans. You can see right there. That takes up a lot of thread. It uses a lot of thread. And I ran out of thread halfway through, so I had to go to the store and get some more. That's one example. Sometimes I'll have to reorder new fur. Actually, I don't think that's happened. I've just been incredibly resourceful with my fur, so that hasn't happened. But I'm sure one day it will. But I don't know, little things like that, like inconveniences like that, they go unnoticed. Another example, Axel's head. I only had a little bit of brown fur left, and I wasn't sure how I was gonna have enough. Like there was just so little, but like I planned out where all my fabric, well, I guess where my pattern pieces would go like a puzzle, and I got it to work, and I didn't have to reorder it, until I made the bodysuit. And the same with the yellow for these toes. What time is it? That's a good question. I should see. It is almost 7. I am in the Seattle area in the United States. Thank you for the subscription. The sub. What am I saying? Thank you for the sub. I'm not fancy. I will never be fancy. I need to be formal. This is a fursuit making stream. No one's wearing tuxedos. We've got a bird squeaking in the background, and you can see a ton of junk. No need to be formal. Yeah, but believe me, that's the least of the junk. Right, the third toe is almost done. Oh, thank you. Let me see if I can put the hood up. Not really, no. Not with this thing. It's kind of hard. Alright, Reed, do you want to go back in your cage now? Oh, big stretch. No, you're happy there? Okay, buddy. You're a cow. You do what you want to do, Reed. Little weirdo. Alright, go back. I do know of country humans. I personally prefer country balls. Just because I find it funnier. It's just more entertaining for me. My the channel I watch for that is Mr. Spherical. I don't know if anyone's heard of him. Reed, one moment, he's causing chaos. Oh, bird, get back here. You come into my life and you poop on my table. And then you sit on my duct tape like a little weirdo. Honey, you're gonna fall. Here he is on the duct tape. I mean, I don't consider myself to be in the fandom of country balls. I just enjoy a video or two. Here's the boy. Boy, what are you doing? Don't climb the tripod, little weirdo. Oh no, he's playing with my clips. He loves my Wonder Clips almost as much as I do. I recommend these for sewing and for birds, apparently. Better not start playing with the claws. He's not allowed on top or near the fursuit stuff. But it's never really been a problem. One moment, I have to plug my phone in. Alright, scratch. Oh, Reed. Little brat. Scratch that. My phone's about to die, and I don't have an, what do you call it? An adapter to plug it in. I think I lost it somewhere. I don't know. So I'm gonna have to go now. Let's see. I got from here to, like, here during the stream. To, like, here. Which, not that far for 90 minutes. But that's what happens when you stream. You get distracted, especially with this little bird here running around. So I'm gonna go now. Thank you to everyone who's come to the stream. Subscribe. Goodbye. I hope everyone enjoyed. Bye.